Alright, so we're going to focus on going for Warship first. I picked Coastal, but this is also pretty useful for maps like Treasure Island or Marshlands. So we're going to open pretty much like you would with Town Centre first or Dock first openings in general. We may actually delay getting the dock initially because the focus isn't to get fishing ships here, it's to get a really quick age up and to try and get a little bit of gold gathering, fairly high amount of wood gathering, delay getting a second town centre for the fishing boats in favour of getting those warships out. So I actually will go hunting dogs here. Probably shouldn't have gone up to 5 bills on the wood, but we can fix that by just chopping. If you ever accidentally send one too many bills to your hunt, you can always just do this. Just have them chop. It really is gonna just mean that you can put that 5th villager back on the food later on. It's not really gonna set you back at all. In fact, this placement, I probably should have actually put it here because there's more deer around it, because you've got 4 here versus 3 here. So hunting dogs is finished. Do actually want to just really boom up on the food. But just keep getting wood gatherers. What we want to do is age up. I really should actually be scouting him, but if this is coastal against another player, unless it's someone that you're confident likes to play a proxy game, they are almost certainly going to open with a dock on this map. So it's the reason why I picked it. It's probably the one map where you can almost guarantee, unless you're up against the sort of players that like proxies, it's going to be dock first, no matter what. And if they don't, you just play the more conventional dock build and get a million fishing ships. Alright, we'll get, 2 on age up. So we haven't seen a dock, but let's assume he is docking, and I want to go for what I'm about to show you. Let's already start on a little bit of gold gathering. Gonna age up on 13 bills. Move her back to chopping. We really only need 4 bills on the food, so we can get both. We've got hunting dogs, so we can get both villager production and get handsaw here, because that'll be really nice to have here. That we can just have her build the dock now. So we've delayed the dock a little bit. Our opponent is probably thinking, and this is sort of the point too, is your opponent's thinking, oh great, he's going to go for fast second town centre, or try and go for a proxy, or try and just play safe, stables at home, raid attempt. In reality, you delay the dock, sort of mind game your opponent to go up to 2 or 3 fishing boats early, and your age up's kicked in. As soon as the dock kicks in, you can get the warship, or vice versa, slightly delay the age up in order to have the dock finished. But as soon as this is done, get your first warship on the way, and you can look at getting your first house. You even get slightly more wood. Just keep getting more wood and gold gatherers. Don't really worry about food gatherers. Obviously, you're not needing the food for anything other than initial villager production. And just try and squeeze in pickaxe if you can. I've actually needed slightly more wood gathering here, but shouldn't be too much longer. But yeah, we've already got a warship out, 4 minutes in. Not far off having another. Don't want to go too many off the gold, because you are going to be spending big chunks of gold here. And because this is going to delay your second town centre by getting double warship out, just try and win this fight in the water, and let's say that's what I've had to do here. Try not to get house, and if you do, take loom. It means you don't have to go for all 4 villages building there like I did. Why I wasn't saving that, it's a bit annoying. So we can even go up to 3 warships or say we've won the fight in the water. Now you start saturating. Get 1 or 2 there, but the big reason why you want to do that is so you can actually pull hunt gatherers back to get stone. And now you can transition back into a second town center build. Now that you've won the water, you just get just enough food out of the water to sustain 2 town center production from here, and yeah, you can just open back up with a very conventional sort of opening. So we denied him on the water, we killed his dock, taken out a bunch of fishing boats. Obviously, I'm just sort of saying all this, I haven't actually done it, but it's just sort of how to go against a player actually doing these things. I can actually take a quick wheelbarrow here because I've overgathered on gold and I'm population capped anyway. So we'll get that second town center going because we've only been on 2 town center production. I mean 1 town center production all this time. And we're really going to have to try and squeeze this out quickly because our opponent, obviously, having started his military production, we've delayed ours to get our warships. And I'm sort of going at it this risky because I just want to see if the AI is actually going to attack me, so I can sort of showcase trying to defend while playing a really greedy build here. Beauty of having got some sheep. If I get attacked here on the hunt, I can just transfer to this, make use of hunting dogs still. Skip having to get pickers gloves, which is always nice. I mean, I can fit in 1 more fishing boat here. This means I can probably start gold gathering once again. Having a reasonably high number of wood gatherers here is a good idea because I'm going to have to add all my production behind having this dock. So I can try and protect it with this town center, or what I can try and do, prepare myself for further into the game. Obviously I'm doing this a little bit blind, so I probably want to try and bring my scout up. Having the warship right on the sides. The lake here is also really nice on this map, because as your opponent's streaming units around, you can pick them off with that. We want to try and get military production here as quick as we can. Let's try and start actually raiding our opponent as well, or at least defending against whatever he's doing. So, because I've spent so long in Age 2 already, I'll try and play around food gold units. So let's get the resources here to age up and get on 3 town center relatively quickly. Because we've got plenty of wood income, we can net lures and even go up to second dock here. Be nice and greedy. And yeah guys, that's pretty much a guide to fast warship, being able to turn it into something conventional. AI is going to be stupid and actually chase this, which I can use to my advantage, and a player probably wouldn't. So this is actually going to buy me the time I need to get through here, but probably actually can start a little bit of hunting here. Yeah, gathering a bit of wood now, so I can add all that military production I've held off on so far. I mean, I'll add a range, but I'm looking to try and get my age up before I really start making use of that as well, because age 3 is always nice. Like I said, your opponent's got to try and come past here. Warships have actually been nerfed. The beauty is they still do a reasonable amount of damage against land units. Get this age up going. Start giving those eco techs. Delayed pickaxe a little bit here, but it shouldn't be a huge problem. Let's try and now to play a little bit defensively. Wait for this water eco to really now put us ahead. So I've gone for that early commitment to the water, but I've been able to win it through having the more aggressive presence on the water. And yeah guys, I hope that sort of helped with being able to play water maps proactively and aggressively, getting your initial trireme or other warship out, denying your opponent And yeah, getting the second town center, getting some military production ready so you can attack or defend. I mean, against someone like Persia, you might actually want to go for a barracks before you go for the second town center, just so you can squeeze out the spears. But I've just sort of gone with a best case scenario where you beat your opponent on the water and then they sort of struggle to actually hit you on the land. And you're able to go second town center on the land, and a couple of fishing boats to follow up. And yeah, just don't forget, if you're against pretty much any civ with good early melee caps, so Norse or Persia, maybe even Romans, yeah, don't be afraid to squeeze in a barracks before the second town center, or add one in after, before you actually add any stables or ranges of your own, just to be able to counter your opponent's incoming transition to something to try and raid and put themselves back in the game, because generally that'd be what they're going to want to try and do once you've actually successfully stolen the water off them and made that investment in warships. And I'll actually, in my next video, I'm going to cover how to actually try and capitalize when you start losing out on a water commitment, guys. So check that out. I'll showcase that on Big Island, because it's a build I've actually had work against Ares and against FF and EZ, a couple of other players as well. So stay tuned for that.